Okay, here we are today, taking a rear spring out of a BMW 325. Common problem with the BMW, I shouldn't say common, probably all coil spring, but this is a BMW, is the coil springs break. You can see I'm pointing out with a flashlight. It's broke. It should look more like this, you know, go around a couple times. The spring that's there is probably broke up in here, so quite honestly you won't even notice it. But we were in here looking at this thing, saw it had a broken spring, got a new set of springs from the local BMW. They gave us a pretty good deal on springs. So getting this spring out isn't a real challenge because it is broke. You'll probably be able to just pull the thing right out of here. So getting it in is a little more challenging, and I'll show you what I do to get it in. But let me pull this spring out, we can take a look at it. Okay, here I'm pulling the spring out, and what I want to show here is I pull it out from the back side, and that's probably the way you're going to be putting it in too. This is the back of the car, so you want to put it in from the rear and push it up, get the top seated, then push the bottom in. But here you can see the broken part of the spring. It's again, it's busted up. So let me get this out of here. I'm going to clean it up, and I'll show you how I found to put the springs in easy. Now, one thing with these springs, the hole on the bottom side is different size than the hole on the top side, so be cognizant of that. You pop the thing in there. Okay, this one was on the bottom. It has a little bump on it. It fits in there pretty securely. Okay, so what you're going to end up doing is taking a spring and the top, putting that in. The bottom will already be in place in here. Okay, and what we're going to do now is put a 2x4 under there, and I'll show you where to put it to help push down on this as much as possible. Then we can wedge that spring in from the back side with a little bit of prying. It'll go in. So let's get it set. This is where you're going to need a little help. We took the shock off to get the arm to go as low as possible. Then I put the bolt back in for the shock into the mount, and we got a 2x4 wedged between the bolt, and he's picking up, you know, putting some leverage on that arm right there. So push up and down the 2x4, Tan. Go ahead. So you can see when he pushes up and down a 2x4, he's pushing down on that suspension. So he's giving me a little more room to work up there. I still need to use the pry bar, but it's not as bad as it would be if, you know, I was doing all the work myself. So just be cautious. You need two people, and don't get your fingers under that stupid thing, because if his 2x4 slips out and your fingers are between that spring and something else, you're going to be hurting, because it'll take him at least 30 seconds to get that thing set up right. So be safe. Okay, I got it set up. I got the top rubber part on top of the spring, and I got the bottom rubber part in the spring. I find this is the easiest way. Now we're going to wedge under the rubber part while Tan pushes on it, and we're going to wedge it over that hole there. You'll feel it pop in place. What I did, I put a little bit of oil on the bottom side of this rubber thing, maybe to make it slide in a little better. I don't know. What I'm using to put it in with is basically a tire iron, a flat tire iron. It's about 18 inches long, and I'm going to wedge underneath here while Tan's pushing on it, and we'll get it up in there without too much of a problem. So we'll see what happens. There you go. With a little bit of messing around, I got the pry bar under the rubber. Like I said, I had the rubber on the spring, so I slid both in the same place, or same time. And with you know, somebody pushing on this 2x4 like this, it's doable. I was thinking we need a spring compressor, this, that, and the other thing. None of that stuff fit in there, so anyway, this worked without too much of a problem. Took about, from the time you jacked the car up to the time you got it done, maybe 20 minutes, a half hour. So hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.